could go. He will go. Touchdown!
Travis Lulay is on fire.
Look at this catch. Off to the races again. Touchdown! And Anthony Calvillo stands alone.
The kid is money. Can't miss kid.
Did you see that? Cue up the highlight reel, folks.
The 2011 Gibson's Finest CFL Player Awards. The stunning Vancouver Convention Center in beautiful downtown Vancouver was the host of this year's Gibson's Finest CFL Player Awards. After a long and illustrious career, Anthony Calvillo is no stranger to this event. Rookie Chris Williams and the flying Hawaiian Chad Owens made time for some of the Gibson's Finest fans. And Travis Lulay was wondering if he'd have an outstanding night. Here are your hosts, Matt Dunnigan and Chris Schultz.
Welcome everyone, Matt Dunnigan, Chris Schultz here in Vancouver. Schultz, what do we got going behind us?
That's the Olympic flame, I think.
I'm loving it back there.
Yeah.
You know what else I'm loving? So we've got past and greats with us here. And it's all about honoring their achievements here in 2011. And boy, if this season's taught us anything, Chris, expected. And every year I expect some quality talent to come in the league, and it's no different this year. We're looking at the two candidates for most outstanding rookie, and J.C. Sherritt from the Edmonton Eskimos and Chris Williams from the Hamilton Tigers.
You know, two different positions. Chris Williams, the receiver, over 1,000 yards receiving the ball, made a major league impact on offense for Hamilton. Lord, diagnostic ability, hitting, and I'll guarantee you this, in the CFL.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at these guys right now.
23-year-old linebacker J.C. Sherritt made his presence felt in year one. 72 tackles, 3 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, solidifying an Eskimos D which surrendered a league-low 385 points. Speedster Chris Williams was a pleasant surprise in Steeltown. 6 touchdowns, 70 receptions, 9th in the league in receiving. The 24-year-old was the Cats' top dog.
Look at this catch. He could go. He will go. The tackle made by J.C. Sherritt. It's a tackle. J.C. Sherritt, who has been nothing but exceptional. Chris Williams, touchdown!
The CFL most outstanding rookie is Chris Williams, Hamilton Tiger Cats.
My main goal is just trying to get on the field and help the team any way I could. And it was just a blast, man, to be with those guys and to battle with them day in, day out and get through that first round in Montreal. And unfortunately, we fell up short in Winnipeg, but it was definitely a successful first year to build on.
They may not get the headlines. They're not the highly coveted go-to quarterback. They're the special teams player, changing a game in a single play. It's time to honor 2 of this year's best. Two return touchdowns. The league leader in punt return, kickoff return, and combined yards. Chad Owens, last year's most outstanding special teams player, was a one-man wrecking machine.
Chad Owens to the midfield stripe and beyond. Chad Owens gets a block, and he's gone. Touchdown! The kick is up, and it's good! Can you believe that? Paul McCallum has done it!
30 consecutive field goals, a league-leading 203 points, a new record for field goal percentage. 41-year-old Paul McCallum was clutch for the Lions.
And the CFL's most outstanding special teams player for 2011 is Paul McCallum, BC Lions.
It means a lot. I mean, everyone joking about my age and everything like that, it's just a number. So for me to go out and do the things I've done this year, it's a means a lot. I can keep on going. This year and last actually started my off-season program training probably in February, and you know, G-Roy and I, we decided, you know, the older guys, we want to get a head up and step up and keep on going. So you know, a lot of hard work in the off-season, and just focus on what we want to do.
It's the game within the game, where success is measured in inches by warriors who are measured in more than just pounds. It's brawn versus brawn. When we come back, we look at some of this year's best linemen.
The Gibson's Finest CFL Player Awards are brought to you by Gibson's Finest Canadian Whiskey. After 3 years, it's whiskey. After 12 years, it's Gibson's Finest. Please enjoy responsibly.
Time is the great divider, separating exceptional whiskey from the ordinary. Gibson's Finest Canadian Whiskey is aged for 12 years for ultimate smoothness. After 3 years, it's whiskey. After 12 years, it's Gibson's Finest. Please enjoy responsibly.
Taste pops with Pringles cracker sticks. Crackers turned into tasty, crunchy, baked sticks. Mmm. Pringles cracker sticks. So delicious. Your mouth will be strangely attracted to them. Everything pops with Pringles cracker sticks.
20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 5, 6, 7, 42 cents. The bank accidentally sent that to us.
Actually, it's yours. It's the money you get back from paying with your debit card.
Okay, well, thank you for clearing up the confusion. Wait! You're giving us more money?
Actually,
I like this bank.
Yours.
The first ever money-back bank account. Talk to a Scotia advisor. You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
Hey, Mom. What? Pay you? Hang on. Kitchen counselor here. Mom, I think what she means is greasy dishes. Cascade all-in-one packs fight tough greasy messes better than the leading hard tablet. There's only one Cascade. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
Time to attack these greasy dishes. A change in the lineup?
Ultra Dawn powers away greasy messes with twice the grease cleaning power per drop of a leading non-concentrated brand.
You knock the grease at it.
Dawn does more.
So it's not a chore.
Time is the great divider, separating exceptional whiskey from the ordinary. Gibson's Finest Canadian Whiskey is aged for 12 years for ultimate smoothness. After 3 years, it's whiskey. After 12 years, it's Gibson's Finest. Please enjoy responsibly.
The Gibson's Finest CFL Player Awards are brought to you in part by Wendy's, the official hamburger of the CFL.
They are the unsung heroes, opening holes for the running back, buying time for the precious quarterback. Without them, there can be no running game, no passing game. They are offensive linemen. It's time to honor a few of this year's best. The Alouettes' Josh Burke was a key member of an offensive line that allowed just 34 sacks, the best in the East, while opening holes that allowed teammate Brandon Whitaker to become the CFL's leading rusher. 6'6", 325-pound Javon Olafoy had a dominating year protecting Travis Lulay, anchoring a Lions O-line that was second in the league in scoring while allowing a league-low 29 sacks.
And the CFL's most outstanding lineman for 2011 is, from Montreal Alouettes, Josh Burke.
It means a lot, you know, like I said out there, without my teammates and, you know, a great support system around me, I wouldn't have been up there for sure. And it's, you know, it's been a goal of mine. You know, obviously team goals and winning Grey Cups are more important than individual awards, but, you know, I'm definitely, you know, I'm proud and you know, I'm honored and, you know, truly blessed.
Schulte, this next category I know is near and dear to that big heart of yours. It's the Canadian Football League, and the most operative word in that sentence there, Canadian.
Canadian.
That's right, brother. Hey, you love these two guys, don't you?
I really do. When you look at the Canadian Football League, there was some talk about reducing the ratio. Never do that. The fans identify with the Canadian in the Canadian Football League from their respective hometowns. Both of these young men are very deserving of this honor.
Let me tell you a little about him. Sean White, He was actually traded from the BC Lions on draft day this year. Montreal was the happy recipient because he really provided a big boost for their special teams. And then Jerome Messon was actually released by them aforementioned BC Lions and picked up by the Edmonton Eskimos and really kick-started his wonderful 2011 season.
You know, Sean, I don't know how you did it. It seems like every time you kicked the field goal, it went exactly where it was supposed to go. And Jerome Messon, oh my God, over 1,000 yards rushing the football. Jerome, did you know there were only 7 Canadian running backs that have been able to accumulate over 1,000 yards in the history of the Canadian Football League? Excellent job, young man. Both of these guys, great football seasons.
And let's take a look at Sean Legatron White and Jerome Seabiscuit Messon.
6 touchdowns, 3rd in the league in rushing yards. The first Canadian-born tailback to rack up 1,000 yards in a season in 11 years. Toronto native Jerome Messon was a force. 2nd in the league with 197 points. 3rd in field goal percentage and field goals made. Surrey, BC native Sean White had a stellar season in La Belle Provence.
The kick is up. Oh, it is good. Jerome Messon now, some daylight. White puts it through, and then Train cuts it back, and he'll score. Jerome Messon. Make it 20 consecutive field goals. Up to the races again. The kid is money. Can't miss kid. There he goes. Touchdown.
The CFL Most Outstanding Canadian Player for 2011 is... Well, when I was up here the last time, the presenter really took a long time announcing this thing, and I was sweating. But I get the pleasure of announcing Jerome Messon.
First of all, I want to say thanks to Sean Millington and, you know, great Canadian athletes that have blazed the trail for us. I feel like now that we've gotten an opportunity to show what we can do, there shouldn't be too much of a difference in coaches believing that American guys can outperform Canadians. So for guys like me, Andrew Harris, you know, it's just big. And for those kids growing up that want to play professional football in the CFL, that's big for them as well.
It was another year to remember in the CFL.
Oh, what a catch! Chris Getzlaff! Touchdown! A beauty!
Phenomenal catch by Chris Getzlaff. Huge play.
Oh, Pierce. How did he get away? To the 30, to the 20. Could he score? Yes! Touchdown! What a crazy run by Buck Pierce. Might be Winnipeg's play of the year. Goes looking to the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. Clarence Denmark, what a catch.
Denmark making an unbelievable grab when Winnipeg needs it the most.
Deep shot again for Stamps. Oh, he's got it. Oh, what a catch. It's a touchdown. Spectacular. Fred Stamps. Cue up the highlight reel, folks. And Buck Pierce is nailed.
That's a scary, scary moment.
Underneath, it's complete. Rushed by Mr. Jackson. But is Brian going to get up? Going deep for Williams. Oh, he's got it. How did he catch that football? Look at this catch. Welcome to the circus, folks. Ross wants to go deep. Jump ball. And the touchdown. Did you see that? Nicholas. And it is a Hail Mary Calgary touchdown. 62 yards. Humping end zone. Touchdown. 395. And Anthony Calvillo stands alone.
Time is the great divider, separating exceptional whiskey from the ordinary. Gibson's finest Canadian whiskey is aged for 12 years for ultimate smoothness. After 3 years, it's whiskey. After 12 years, it's Gibson's finest. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, Mom. What? Pay you? Hang Hang on, kitchen counselor here. Mom, I think what she means is greasy dishes. Cascade all-in-one packs fight tough greasy messes better than the leading hard tablet. There's only one Cascade. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back.
The Advil Highlight of the Month Top 10 videos have been chosen. Now you decide who will win the grand prize. Go to tsn.ca/Advil. You can win $5,000 just by voting. Advil. Take action.
Really? Head & Shoulders is for more than dandruff.
Yeah, it does 7 great things, like giving me a healthy-looking scalp and great-looking hair.
We should make that 8 things.
Dude, why don't you just use this stuff?
Head & Shoulders. 7 benefits every bottle.
I wish I lived in the golden age, giving it up on the Broadway stage. Hang with the rats and smoke cigars, have a break with Frank and count the stars. Dress to the nines with hair to match, shiny jewels, casino cash. Tapping feet wanna take the lead, a jet bag and diamonds all I need. Oh, sing it out loud, gon' get back body. Sing it out loud, get away with me.
The CIS honored their best as well. Running back Tyler Varga of Western won the Peter Gorman Trophy as the Rookie of the Year. Linebacker Max Caron of Concordia won the President's Trophy, awarded to the defensive MVP. Arnaud Gascon-Nadeau of Laval won the J.P. Metras Trophy as the outstanding down lineman for a second straight year. And quarterback Billy Green of UBC won the Heck Crichton Trophy, awarded to the Player of the Year in inter-university football. The fourth-year man was dominant in his final season, throwing for 20 touchdowns and running for 4. Hamilton Tiger Cats quarterback Kevin Glenn is this year's Tom Pate winner, awarded annually to a player who makes a significant contribution, not just on the field, but to his community at large. Born in Detroit, Glenn benefited from programs run by his sporting heroes. Rationale in him starting Kevin Glenn's Touchdown for Kids, a charity in conjunction with Tim Hortons that raises money with every touchdown he scores to send disadvantaged children to camp.
You can't put any amount of money on it or anything when you get to actually have a chance to meet professional athletes when you're younger, and it inspires you. It inspires you as a kid to say, you know, one day I want to do that. You know, I want to be that.
He is also a spokesman for Purolator's Tackle Hunger campaign and a champion of teammates' fundraising initiatives. In addition to excelling on the field, Glenn is delivering on his promise to be a positive sporting role model for kids less fortunate.
Touchdown!
Kevin Glenn is forging a lasting impression in Steeltown.
The Commissioner Award is awarded to an individual who has had a profound impact on our sport. And this year, we're focusing on amateur football. You know, amateur football really is the lifeblood of not just CIS, but the CFL. And the individual that we're honoring tonight has had 60 years in the sport. He's been a coach, he's been an administrator, he's been a volunteer. He's done everything in amateur football here in the province of BC. But in honoring him, we're also honoring the thousands of coaches and volunteers and parents and administrators of amateur football in this country. So this year's recipient of the 2011 Commissioner's Award is BC's own Larry Rita.
Chris, I love the fact that the CFL this year is combining the CIS awards with the player awards. And to me, this is deserving for all those university football players across this league to get their just due recognition.
You know, Matty, they're the future of the Canadian Football League. When they get that recognition, when they get that publicity, you know what they want? They want to play in the CFL. I think it's an excellent idea.
Yeah, we'll be talking about those guys soon enough, I'm sure. But we're going to talk about the most outstanding defensive players. We've got Jovan Johnson and we've got Jarrell Freeman, 2 outstanding candidates.
You know, Jarrell Freeman, I mean, he's a part pass rusher. He's a part linebacker. He's a part cover linebacker. He plays on special teams. He's everywhere. In a down year for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, he was a bright light. Jovan Johnson, he is a cornerback extraordinaire. Led the Canadian Football League in interceptions. You know what else? He is an excellent punt returner. Who's going to win? I have no idea. Let's see.
That's right. Let's take a look at Jovan Johnson, a shutdown corner, and in-your-face linebacker, Jarrell Freeman.
A league best 104 tackles, 5 sacks, 3 interceptions. Jarrell Freeman was a rock in the Rough Riders D.
Hammered by Jarrell Freeman. Yikes. Oh, is rocked. What a brilliant play Terrell Freeman. Freeman has had a spectacular season.
8 interceptions, tops in the league. 55 tackles, 3 defensive touchdowns. The Bombers' Javon Johnson did everything for Swaggerville.
Javon Johnson gets it back. Is picked off by Javon Johnson, the CFL interception leader.
Swag.
This year's Gibson's Defensive Player of the Year from the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Javon Johnson.
The first defensive back in the history of the CFL to win the award. I'm truly honored and humbled, especially accepting this award on behalf of the guys before me that put in the work that didn't get the opportunity. There are more than just one guy on our team that could have been up for this award, could have won this award. Guys like Jonathan Heffney, Odell Willis, those guys had tremendous years, and it's just one of those teams. We got that bond, and everybody's appreciative of what we received.
The Gibson's Finest CFL Player Awards are brought to you in part by Wendy's, the official hamburger of the CFL.
Time is the great divider, separating exceptional whiskey from the ordinary. Gibson's Finest Canadian whiskey is aged for 12 years for ultimate smoothness. After 3 years, it's whiskey. After 12 years, it's Gibson's Finest. Please enjoy responsibly.
When men don't choose what's right for their face, they can end up with shaving irritation. Get Gillette Irritation Defense Shave Gel to lubricate and cool, and Gillette Fusion Pro Glide Razor for less tug and pull. Try Gillette Fusion Pro Glide and the Irritation Defense line. Help defend your skin.
We know sunrises and sunsets, held breaths and skipped heartbeats. We know game time, overtime, and maybe next time. We know where dreams begin and that the love of the game never ends. At Source for Sports, we know our stuff.
The lighter you are, the more agile you are.
Open road, open sky.
The Gibson's Finest CFL Player Awards are brought to you by Gibson's Finest Canadian Whiskey. After 3 years, it's whiskey. After 12 years, it's Gibson's Finest. Please enjoy responsibly.
To the air again, over the top. It's a touchdown. Lule steps up, but he's still going. Travis Lule, touchdown. Did you see that?
Here we are, big man, the biggest of them all, the M.O.P. Yes, and we're looking at 2 quarterbacks. We're talking about the yin and the yang, the Papa Bear and the Baby Bear. I'm talking about grandpa and grandson. Anthony Calvillo, 18 years in. Travis Lule, 3 years in. Both of them had outstanding seasons.
Manny, let's talk about the Papa Bear. You know that Papa Bear set 3 football records this year. First and foremost, The most touchdown passes. How many, Matt?
418 of those, Chris.
The most completions. How many, Matt?
5,444 of those, buddy.
And nobody in the history of pro football has thrown for more yards. How many, Matt?
73,412.
And that baby bear, he's not a baby. He had 32 touchdown passes, and he was the second leading rusher on his football team. Both of these guys deserve this award.
Absolutely, Chris. You know the benchmark for quarterbacks is touchdown to interception ratio. 2 to 1 is usually very, very good. AC 4 to 1 this year. Travis Lulay, the last 2/3 of the season, 5 to 1. Both of them are very deserving, Chris.
Who do you think's going to win?
I have no idea.
Neither do
Let's take a look.
In the West, Travis Lulay was the Lions' king. 32 touchdowns thrown. Second in the league in passing yards. 3 running touchdowns scored. The 28-year-old was dominant in his first full season as a starter, leading the Lions to the top of the pack in the West.
Here's Lulay, wide open man, and it is a touchdown. Lulay goes deep, touchdown.
Travis Lulay is on fire.
Lulay scrambles to the corner, touchdown. Lulay lots of time, and it's a touchdown. Lulay on the run, touchdown.
32 touchdowns, the league leader in passing yards, establishing professional football records for most passing touchdowns, completions, and passing yards. It was a record-setting year for Anthony Calvillo. Once again, the driving force of the Alouettes.
Calvillo now, pocket, end zone, touchdown. Precision execution at its finest. Pump fake, end zone, touchdown. Calvillo lets it go, gets hit. It's a touchdown. Anthony Calvillo is the all-time Canadian Football League and pro football passing leader.
And the Gibson's finest, most outstanding player for 2011 is
Travis Lulay.
You never know how it's going to play out. You know, I've always been a guy that's been confident in my ability. You know, and I didn't necessarily expect it, no, but I truly believe it's such a reflection of the team's success, and you know, the run we made at the end there gave me an opportunity to win an award, so it feels good to be able to accept it on behalf of the team. To go out with my teammates and be able to play in a championship game, that's as much as you can ask for. The Grey Cup is the pinnacle of what we do. It's what you strive for every single year. So to have an opportunity to play for that with the guys, you know, it's a pretty special thing.
Hey, big man. Travis Lulay. Wow. Hey, congratulations. I tell you, this guy wasn't even a blip on the radar screen for the BC Lions 3 years ago. But that just shows you what hard work and determination can do for you, Chris.
You know, Matty, it's been a Cinderella story of success for Travis Lulay, but Travis, can you do me a favor? Now that you won this award, you get a little bit of pose. Any way you can turn on that Olympic flame over there? It's a little cool out here.
That's right. That's right. Hey, Chris, now that all the individual prizes are handed out, there's only one prize left, and that's the Grey Cup. We'll see y'all on Sunday.